Hi, welcome you all for the PM lectures. So, in the question itself, they are given directly, it's an hyperbola problem. Sometimes they won't give like this. So, that time you need to see the eccentricity value here. See here, some value is 2 by 3, this ratio. This will be solved, we can get a value of 1.5. If it is 1.5, means it is greater than 1. If the eccentricity value is greater than 1, it is a hyperbola problem. If the value is less than 1, we can say it is a ellipse. Then it is equal to 1, we can say it is a parabola problem. These are the three conditions to solve the problem by eccentrical methods. If the value is greater than 1, we can say it is an hyperbola. If the value is less than 1, we can say it is an ellipse. If the value is equal to 1, means we can say it is a parabola. In this problem, the value is greater than 1, so we can say it is in a hyperbola. So first we need to identify this condition first. Okay, let's say already identified. So then we can go for the second step. The eccentricity value is given, that is E is equal to 2 by 3. We know that value. So E, what is the mentioning of the E? That means the numerator and denominator. The numerator mentioning here VF. What is meant by VF? The distance between the VF is 3 units. That's the value here. And the distance between the C and B, that is mentioned in the denominator, that is 2 units. So what is meant by V? So V is vertex. You can say it is a vertex. Then F, you can say it is a focus. And V means again vertex. Okay, then C. C now, what is meant by C? So first step for this problem, we need to draw a vertical line. You can say this line as a directrix. So lines mean we have 2 points, starting and ending points. We give the name for that. This one is A and this one is B. So after giving the name in the directrix line, this have no magnitude. As per our wish, we can draw this line. After draw the line, give the name A and B. Then we can find the midpoint for this directrix. That midpoint is called as C. So this is the midpoint of the directrix. Okay. So after doing these things, we can go for the third one. The third one, that is F. So F is nothing but the addition of the numerator and the denominator of the eccentricity value. So you can get something here. For this problem, you can get 5. We need to divide this value. Sorry, we need to use this value. Need to divide the distance between the focus and the directrix. Here for this problem is 50. So 50 divided by 5, we can get 10. That means we need to divide the distance between the directrix and focus is 5 times we need to divide. For every division, we need the distance of 10 mm. For this purpose, we are using these 3 steps. Okay. Okay. Then let's see the steps first. First step is you need to draw a vertical line like this, and then you need to give the name for that A and B. After giving the name, this is the line is called as directrix. See now. Over. This is the first step. Over. After that, we need to find a midpoint on the vertical line and give the name as C, like this. Then you can draw a line horizontal from the midpoint. That line is called an axis line. After drawing this step, you need to find a focus point on the horizontal line for the information given in the question. For this question, they are given clearly the distance from the focus and the directrix is 50. Like this, they are given. So for the 50 mm from the point of C, we need to mark a point and give the name as F. The distance is 50 mm. We can mention like this. Can indicate also. But don't put unit and all here. The units are you can mention in the right side corner like this. All dimensions or any mm like this you can mention. Okay. After this, after marking the focus point, it will be look like this. It's clear, you know. Fine. Let's see now. Next step. So after marking the focus point, you need to divide this distance between the C and F for 5 divisions. Each division have 10 mm. So for that purpose, we use this F. The value is 3 plus 2, that is 5. We can get this value from E is equal to BF divided by CB, that is equal to 3 by 2. So you can add the numerator and denominator value, you can get some value. For that value, need to divide the distance into 5 equal halves. So we know that how to divide the division 5, we have some distance. So that we can get it from the focus distance already given. Distance between the focus and directrix is 50. It is available in the question itself. For that 50 mm, we need to divide by using this value. That is 5, we can get 10. For the 10 mm, the division will be for each unit. So first, second, third, fourth. Each one have 10 mm distance. See, this each one having 10 mm distance. Okay, after dividing, it will be look like this, guys. It's clearly understood. So after this, we need to find the vertex. So for the vertex, we use this step. E is equal to B by F divided by CB. That is, we know it, 3 by 2. So the distance between the VF is 3 units and the distance between the CV is 2 units. So we know the distance of 1 unit is 10 mm. So from starting point, if I use the numerator value, means the starting point is F, that is initial 0, 1 and 2. This is the vertex point. If I use the denominator value, means 3 units. For 3 units means C is the starting point, initial 0.1, Q, and this is the third point vertex. We can use any one numerator or denominator value to find the vertex point. So it will be look like this, guys. You can understand here. It's a clear view. Okay. Then we can move for the next step. So after marking the vertex point, we need to measure the distance between the vertex and the focus. After measuring from the vertex point, you need to draw a vertical line for the distance of V to F and mark the point as E. After marking the point E, from the C point, we need to draw a inclined line. That line will pass us through the point of E, like this. Okay. You can see a clear view here. It's a clear view. Okay, can you understand? Okay, let's move for the next step. The next step, from point vertex B, we need to divide the horizontal line by 10 mm. Okay, so already we have 10 mm division. Use the same thing. Up to 6 divisions or 8 division, we need to draw a vertical line. See, like this. It will stop here. Like this, we need to draw the vertical lines. Each distance between the each two lines is 10 mm. Let's get a view like this. Like this, we need to divide up to 6 or 8 vertical lines we can have. See, here I put for 6 only, but you can do it 8 also, no problem. So after drawing these lines, we need to make an arc using this tabular column. The tabular column no need to recur to draw it, but for understanding purpose, I put here. So 1 to 1 distance. After drawing these lines, we need to give the name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. In the top 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, you need to give the name like that. After giving these names, you need to measure from 1 to 1 dash for the draw an arc. You need to measure, use your compass. 1 to 1 dash, you measure it, and F as a center. See, F as a center. Keep one leg of your compass here and put an arc in the 1 to 1 dash line, both sides. Similarly, second step, 2 to 2 dash, measure it. 2 to 2 dash, measure it, and F as center. Keep one leg of your compass in the F and make an arc like this, both sides. Similarly, continue the step, 3 to 3 dash, measure it, and F as center and make an arc like this. Similarly, port to fold as FS center. You can continue the steps. So after continuing the step, it will be look like this, guys. You can get a clear view on next picture. See here. Like this, you can get the picture. After making the arcs, from the starting point of V, we need to draw a curve like this. The curve will touches the center of the arc. Like this, you need to draw. So up to now, you can use H pencil or 2H pencil. After drawing all the things, again you take your HP pencil and draw the curve very darkly and neatly also without removing your hand. So after drawing it, you can get a clear view like this. See the curve only in a darker manner while compared to other. Okay, you need to draw a dark curve. Okay, after drawing this, you need to check the question whether the information or condition provide for drawing the tangent normal. If there means we need to follow that and we don't need to draw the tangent normal. For this question, we have no information about the tangent normal. So far as this, we can draw it. So I need to mark a point anywhere in the curve only. Like this, I mark a curve point in the curve. After marking from the point F, I need to join this point by a line and give the name as P. See here. Anywhere I put in the top, here they put in the bottom. Okay, it's clear now. After that, you need to join this by using your protector. Kept a protector here and make a 90-degree angle. That line will touches the directrix. That's the next step. Clearly you can understand. Okay. After that, need to draw a line from the directrix point and give the name for it as T. From this point, you need to draw a line. That line will passes through the point P, but it won't cross inside the arc. Like this, the point will be crossed over here. After that, we need to draw a normal line for that point. Like this. And say it is a normal line. That's all, guys. See here, you can understand it clearly. So that's all. Today class over, guys. Thank you.